and welcome back to Opal&Mint. I am Ashley and we are back with another swatching video. It's been a little while since I have sat down and swatched some paints, but I'm very excited because today I'm swatching Mjello's Mission White class. So most of you have probably heard of Mission Gold paints. I have recently discovered that they actually have, the brand is Mjello, and they actually have different classes of paints. So there's Mission Gold, there's Mission White, there's Mission Titanium. I think that there's a Mission Silver. It's getting a little blurry for me, but we're gonna go through, look at the different things they offer, and we're gonna swatch out the Mission White paints today and see if they're any different than the Mission Gold and how they differ. So that is what we are doing. Let me show you the package. I poured these paints out yesterday and the day before. I did it in stages, but here are the Mission White paints. Let's go ahead, we're gonna turn the camera around and we're gonna break this down and figure out what these are all about and if they're any good. These are made in Korea, by the way, and the Mission Gold paints are one of the best, somewhat more affordable option that is out there. They are extremely vibrant, pigmented paints, and they're gorgeous. So let's see how these compare. Mission Gold and Mission White are distinct watercolor products with different characteristics. Mission Gold is professional grade, highly pigmented and vibrant watercolor line known for its rich colors and minimal color shift when drying. I would agree. Mission White, on the other hand, is a designer's watercolor gouache hybrid. Okay. Featuring opaque matte white paint with a satin finish. Was it matte and satin? Oh, wait, what? Designed for vibrant, less light fast applications, potentially for digital art or journaling. Okay, so what I'm gathering from this is they are not as light fast in general, so they're meant for making art that you scan in and make it digital. Opaque matte finish. It's funny, it says opaque matte finish and then satin matte finish. The finish is not completely matte, but has a subtle sheen. Intended for vibrant, less light fast work. In the line is designed for vibrant colors, potentially for digital art or journaling. The extreme light fastness is not primary concern. Potential color shift may exhibit more color shift. May not be ideal for archival work. Okay, so maybe a little bit less professional of a line. I can't remember if this is more, if this is less expensive than the Gold. I'm gonna put prices up on the screen now. I feel like there was a silver also. So let me look that up real quick. All right. Mission Gold, silver class watercolors differ primarily in their pigment concentration and light fastness. Gold being artist grade, silver being student grade. Okay, so gold is their artist grade, silver student grade, and then white is their designer watercolors. It literally says watercolor for design on the box. So if you're ever curious and you want me to test out the silver as well, for some reason I thought I had the silver and not the white, but I'm very curious to see what these are like. So let's go ahead and start swatching. It's the fun part, right? Yee. Okay, I'm using Fumui watercolor paper today. I like using this. It's a giant sheet. It's a 9x12. So these are really fun to do swatches on. So, all right. I think since I'm using the Fumui paper, I'm actually going to use the Fumui travel brushes that they sent me. So again, this was sent to me and they are available now. They let me know that. I think they even gave me a code. So I'll put that on the screen and down below. Let's see. I'm trying to decide which one I want to use, sorry. 6 round is usually my go-to, so. What's a smaller? For 6, that's small. Okay. All right, let's do this. I also will be putting on the screen the pigments and light fast information and everything as I am going along. So these have been in here for a day and a half or so. So they are not completely set, but they have started drying. So the first color is lemon yellow. Ooh, okay, I feel like we need to be even closer. I like having nice close-up swatches, so. All right, so again, the first one is lemon yellow. And as always, I'm doing my stone swatches. This idea originally came from Natasha Newton here on YouTube. If you have not seen her swatch videos, check those out. Let's see how these lift. The reason I do these swatches is because we get to see how they are at their mass tone, how they lift. We can get nice light colors out of them too. Okay. All right, so the pigment on that was PY3. It is a light fastness of 2, so it's limited light fastness, and it is transparent. All right, next color. All right, this one is Permanent Yellow Light. We have pigments PY17. The light fastness of 3 stars. It is semi-transparent. This is my kind of yellow right here. Pretty, pretty. So far, it has the same smoothness that the Mission Gold paints have. And I think I'm going to swatch side by side the same color from the gold and this at the end. That way we can kind of see if there's any like real discernible difference. Okay, now this is too bright. All right, the next color is Permanent Yellow Deep. This one is PY65. This is a 4-star light fastness, and it is semi-transparent. This one has 2 pigments in it. We have PO13 and PY65. And this brush is really easy to use. Light fastness of 3 stars, and it is semi-transparent. The nice fine point on this brush. All right. If you know me, you know we haven't gotten to my like colors I really enjoy, so I'll get more excited in a minute. Next up is Permanent Orange. This is PO73. That is a rich color. This one has extremely light fast. This one's a 5-star light fastness, and it is semi-transparent. So this has been the most light fast color so far. And I believe I have a video swatching the Mission Gold paints as well. It's probably quite old at this point. I'll have to look. But if I do have a video swatching the Mission Gold, I will link it. All right. Okay, next up is Bright Red. We have PR170 and PR482. This is pretty. This is a limited light fastness, so 2 stars. And this one is transparent. Kind of a football-shaped stone there. I think I'm gonna leave it because I like it. You can definitely tell this one is lifting better. It's more transparent. All right. Next color is Permanent Red. What was that one? Bright Red. Okay. So Permanent Red is PR112. Ooh, yeah, that's pretty. This one is a light fastness with 5 stars, so extremely light fast. And it is semi-transparent. Need to keep an eye on the time. I have to go to a doctor's appointment very, very soon to swatch this in 2 different sessions. Right, moving right along, scooch down here. We have Rose, and this one is PR 170, and ooh, that's pretty. PR 482. This is a limited light fastness of 2 stars, and it is semi-transparent. So I'm definitely noticing the overall lower light fast ratings. So these are not paints that I would use for professional paintings if you were selling them, or even if you're wanting to hang something in your own house. These, again, they're designed to be for digital. So like if you're making artwork, scanning it in and getting prints of it, or licensing your work to sell for fabric patterns or stuff like that. All right, the next one is Rose Madder. This one is PR 176. The light fastness rating of 4 stars, which is good, it says. And it is semi-transparent. Okay. The next color is going to be one I like. This is Crimson Lake. It looks so pretty in the pan. And this is PR 202. Oh, look at that. BV7, which is typically very not light fast. The light fast rating is limited at 2 stars. And it is semi-transparent. I'm going to make this one a little bigger because I like this color. Very pretty. So you could also use these in a journal. If you're not a professional and worried about your light fastness, or even if you're a hobbyist, if you're using these in a journal, they should be fine because they shouldn't be exposed to light. Okay, next up, this looks really pretty. This one kind of came out of the tube weird. Actually, some of these came out very separated and I had to mix them up, but this one is Bright Opera. Let's see how bright this one is. Oh yeah, that is highlighter. This one is BV10, a light fastness of 2, limited light fastness, and it is semi-transparent. I love these kind of colors. And I know they don't last, but man, I'm telling you not to use these on paintings that you hang, but I used an Opera Rose on a painting in my house. It's in my living room, and it will most likely fade, but it's been there for, I don't know, a year or more. It could have faded, but I don't notice it right now. It might not be quite as vibrant as it used to be, but I wanted to use it, so I did. Next up is Violet Pink. This one looks like it's going to be pretty. This is also BV10, but BV7 as well. Oh, that's pretty. This is, again, limited light fastness of 2, and it is semi-transparent. This one is gorgeous. Just a little bit more on the purple side. Pretty. Red Violet. This is BV7, PV3:1, and PR 122. Oh, this is light fastness, 2 stars. And this one's semi-opaque. Let's see. It's a pretty color. I'm going to fix this edge. swatch here. Moving right along, we are breezing through these today. Violet Deep is next. This is BV7 and PV3:1, so similar pigments to the last one. This is a limited light fastness of 2, and it is semi-transparent. If you don't know what to do, don't know what to paint, and you just need a nice, relaxing painting session, just swatch out some of your paints. It's one of the most relaxing things, especially in like a manner like this, where it just looks like little stones all over your paper. Highly, highly recommend. Okay, next up, where are we? I think we're on this one. Next is Background Shadow Violet. When I poured this, I was very, very, very curious, so I hope this one's pretty. This is PR122, PG7, and PB27. This one, let's look. All right. This one has a light fastness of 5 stars, and it is semi-transparent. This is beautiful. It's when you find, stay in there. It's when you find colors that are unique in a line that make it worth looking into that line sometimes. And this one is really pretty. It's one of the reasons I like Daniel Smith so much is their color selection and the unique ones that they offer. This is beautiful. I don't know if you can see it on camera as well as it can in person, but that's really pretty. Okay, the next one I'm equally curious about. This is Background Indigo. These two feel like they need more water. Maybe these actually dried faster. Oh, this one has a lot of pigments. Get ready. This is PB60, PB27, PG7, and PR179. Oh, wow. That's really pretty. This is also a 5-star light fastness, and this is semi-transparent. That's really pretty. Oops. Started to go into the wrong color. Yeah, I like that one a lot. I might like this one even better than the violet one. It looks like it might granulate. I'm curious to see if that does. Let's kind of push this around a little bit, see what happens. All right, next up, we're moving on into some blues. We have Prussian blue. This one poured out real liquidy, I think. This is PB27. Oh, wow. This one is a light fastness of 5 stars, and it is semi-opaque, which it doesn't look like it there. I think this one is one of the ones that poured out with a lot of binder. It was not fully mixed, so perhaps this one needs to be re-poured. Let me kind of mix this up. There we go. Now we can see that color. There were a couple that were really kind of gross. I will insert some footage. I did a little pouring video over on Instagram. I don't think I've posted it on here yet. But I did film on my phone pouring some of these. So some of them were definitely a little bit separated. All right, we are halfway through. Here's what the colors are looking like. They are very pretty colors, and they're really richly pigmented. They're drying very beautifully. So, all right, next up is Ultramarine Deep. Let's see. I'm an ultramarine gal. Let's see what this one looks like. Oh, their ultramarine is very different in their pigments. This is PB29, but it's also PV15 and PV3:1. It is a limited light fastness of 2 and it's semi-transparent. I'm curious why. Well, that's pretty though. It's a little bit more purple toned than a typical ultramarine. This has much more violet in it, which I guess makes sense with the PVs, but interesting. I'm curious if this will granulate. Typically, ultramarines do granulate. The pigment is a granulating pigment. So let's see if this one does. All right. So the next one is cobalt blue, and this one I had to pour twice. The first pour was so like half of the pan came out in a binder, so I had to re-pour it. So let's see what this one looks like. Cobalt is such a beautiful color. I'm hoping this one's good. It's a little bit gummy actually, which I guess would make sense because it was runny and kind of binder heavy. Not my favorite cobalt, gotta say. You see how you do this and it kind of stays. That's a gummy texture right there. Not something I'm looking for at all. That's something that I see in like kid paints a lot, and yeah, not happy with that one. A little bit let down, but that's okay. All right, let's go on to cerulean blue. This one is PB17:1. It is a limited light fastness of 2, and it is semi-transparent. Oh, that one's prettier. I like the color of the cobalt, and it looks like it's granulating, but man, I just don't like the texture. Stick with my Holbein. All right. So there is cerulean. I have better ceruleans. I love the Daniel Smith cerulean. Much, much better than that. Okay, next is peacock blue. This one should be pretty. Got high hopes for this one. All right, so this is PB15:3 and PG7. Yeah, there you are. Beautiful teal. This is a light fastness of 5 stars, and it is semi-transparent. This one's pretty. Yeah, I like that. Kylie would like this color. I almost put the tube in the water cup. I don't know what's going on with my brain. Okay, next up is Viridian. This is PG7. And it is extremely light fast with 5 stars, and it is transparent. The texture's nice on it. Not my favorite green, but it works. All right, next up is bamboo green. And I do remember bamboo green from the Mission Golds. This is PG36, 5-star, light fast rating, and it is transparent. This one is better than Viridian in my eyes. It's a little bit more natural looking. Whoop. Let's go out this way. I like to make them all different shapes if possible. That's prettier than I remember bamboo green being, actually. All right, next up is going to be dark sap green. This should be a pretty one. This is PG7, PY17, and PBR25. This one is a 3-star light fastness, and it is semi-transparent. Yeah, that's a really pretty green. There's Dietrich. I always hear him starting his truck. All right, next up, I'm confused. Oh, did I get mixed up? I feel like I got mixed up somewhere. Bye-bye, Dietrich. Okay, this is supposed to be olive green, so let's see what this looks like. That looks the same. Did I just swatch the same color? I got mixed up somewhere. Oh, man. Oh, no, I did, didn't I? I just swatched it twice. I'm an idiot. Okay, let's fix this problem. I am so sorry. This is chaotic. Okay, how much time? I need to... Oh, I have to go. Darn it. Okay, I'm going to swatch bamboo, and then I have to go, and I'll be back. Okay, so bamboo is this one. And you can see why I was like, that's not the color I remember. All right, so this one is bamboo green. Please forgive me for the chaotic mess here. Okay, I'm working on 2 brain cells. It's fine. This was supposed to be a relaxing swatch video, and then I did this. All right, so I'm gonna go to the doctor, come back and finish these. All right, it is now the next day. I ended up getting a really bad migraine and couldn't finish yesterday. But that's okay, this video will be up a little bit later today. So I left with the mix-up of greens. So I have Viridian, Dark Sap, bamboo was supposed to be here, and we have 2 olive greens. So this one's just gonna be a little bit chaotic. All right, so we are on this green right here. And sorry, my voice is also messed up. Yesterday was just really rough. So I'm very sorry. My voice is kind of scratchy. All right, so next up is yellow green. We have PY3, PG36 with a light fastness of 5 stars, and it is semi-transparent. Okay, all right, and then the last green of the bunch is greenish yellow. This is PY17, PG36, and PY65. This is a light fastness of 3 stars, and it is transparent. Moving on down here, we have yellow ochre. This one came out very liquidy. Oh, it's still pure liquid. That's crazy. Perhaps this one needed to be mixed up some too, but here's yellow ochre. We have PY42 and PY150. This one is a 5-star light fast rating and is semi-transparent. Yeah, slightly gummy on this, and I think that's because it had a lot of the binder in it. It needed to be mixed up in the tube before poured, it looks like. And if that happens to your colors, you can just stick a toothpick in the tube and kind of mix it around. All right, the next color is umber brown. This one has PBR7, PY42, and PBR25. This has a light fastness of 5 stars and is semi-opaque. Good morning, Dietrich. Always hear his truck. It picks up sometimes in the microphone. Sometimes it doesn't, but it's our neighbor. His truck is just really loud. He also did the renovations on our house. All right, next up is burnt sienna. This one is PBR25, PR 112 and PY 17. This one has a limited light fastness of 2 stars and is transparent. It's a really pretty orangey brown, burnt orange color. It's very pretty. Okay, next up is light red. That's interesting. It's called light red. Oh, that's the one I just did. Focus, grasshopper. Let's not make any more mistakes. Okay. All right, so the pigments on this are PBR 25. Whoa, I didn't mean to touch my brush way up there. PR 112 and PY 17. I think those are the exact same pigments as the last one. I guess just different ratios. So this one's got more of that red in it. And it is unlimited light fastness of 2 and semi-transparent. Okay. Getting close to the end here, we have red brown next. And this one is just PBR 25. Oh, need some more water. Ooh, that's pretty. This one's extremely light fast with 5 stars. And it is transparent. This one's beautiful. Oh, I like that. I really like the, earthier tones in these stone swatches. They're just so fun. That one almost looks like it might granulate. Well, we shall see. All right, we have 2 left. This is my normal go-to brown of Van Dyke. It's a little bit warmer than my normal Van Dyke, but very pretty. Ah, no, stay in there, stay in there. Darn it. Thank you. Okay, pigments. We have PBR 7. Oh, there's quite a few in this one, so buckle in. PBR 7, PY 150, PBR 25, and PBK 7. That's a lot of pigments for Van Dyke. It is extremely light fast with 5 stars, and it is semi-transparent. Yeah, I'm used to the Daniel Smith Van Dyke, and it's more cool toned. All right, last but not least, we have sepia. Woo! This one is still runny and not set at all, so this one might be gummy. Can't remember when I poured it if this one was all binder too. All right, we have, oh my gosh, sepia, what? Oh, I'm sorry, I am off the edge here. Hold on. Glad I caught that before I swatched that. Yeah, that looks like a bunch of binder. Oh dear. Okay, here we go. This is gross. I may have to squirt some out of the tube. Yeah, that's just binder. That's disgusting. Hold on. We're gonna squirt some out of the tube for this swatch. So I wanted to get an actual representation of what this looks like. Here we go. Oh, it's so runny. Okay, pigments on this are PBR 7, PB 27, PG 7, and PR 112. It is a 5-star light fastness. Ugh, and it is semi-transparent. Hold on, I gotta go get a toothpick. This one's gross. Okay, so I'm kind of glad I can show you how to do this, but I'm just gonna stick the toothpick in here and kind of wiggle it around and hope we actually get some good pigment. Now, having separated paints doesn't necessarily mean it's lower quality, because I've had some high-end ones do this, but if you have a bunch of them that do this, it's not necessarily a good sign either. So, and this is their, I need to look at the prices to see if this is the less expensive than the gold line, but okay, let's see if sepia looks better now. Yeah, that's a little bit better. Put that there. All right, so this is what sepia is supposed to look like, and I think that is much better. Just needed a little mixy mix. This one's quite large, so oh well. Okay. All right, so there are the swatches of these. We will do a painting with these in another video. I will probably use them in a watercolor blooms coming up so we can see how they look while painting. But here they are. I think that for the most part, these are beautiful. I'm really surprised by this color here. I don't know if you can see on camera quite how like neon strawberry this looks. But again, some of these like more vibrant highlighter colors are kind of why this set exists, I think, is because they're not light fast, and this is marketed to be not light fast, so you can make beautiful bright artwork and scan it in. So I think these are going to be fun. The texture of them is very similar, other than the ones that need to be mixed up. Very similar to the Mission Gold. So they feel smooth, they're bright, vibrant. This one looks like it may have a little bit of granulation, which is nice. I don't see a whole lot more granulation in any of the other ones. I'm going to write the names on these real quick so I don't get them mixed up. This is the one right here. It's called Bright Red. I said a neon strawberry, so oh, we may have to use that in the painting. And in a journal, it'll be perfect. All right. Rose, Crimson Lake, Violet, Pink. Prussian has like a little bit of a sheen to it. Oh, these did say they had like a matte, but satin matte finish. I see the satin on this one. Oh, that's funny. And on this one. Interesting. Yeah, this one's shiny too. Cobalt. Not a huge fan of the cerulean. There's much better ceruleans out there. Ah, this one's peacock. All right, then we had Viridian, Deep Sap, olive green, bamboo. This is funny. This is very similar to the way I actually order my colors in my palette. I mean, I ordered them this way because this, but like when I pick out my own colors and order them, this is actually a very similar manner to how I set my colors up. Not many brands have them already set up the way I set them up. So I just now realized that. That's cool. My brain is so hurting and dead. Okay. All right. So that is going to wrap it up for this video, though. I hope you enjoyed watching the swatches of this. If you want me to get the silver version as well and put the silver and the gold and the white side by side, let me know. Oh, I did promise a side-by-side swatch. Okay. Let me grab my Mission Golds, and I'll do that really fast. All right, so here's my Mission Gold set, and let's get a color. I'm not positive which colors are which exactly, but this looks Viridian to me, so let's see. Yeah, that looks like Viridian. So, and I believe the Mission Gold set is, what is it called? They're all single pigments, I think. All right, this is Viridian. Maybe this is the white, by the way. Let me get bamboo. Ah, bamboo. There we go. All right, so this is bamboo in gold and in white. Side by side. Honestly, felt no difference. Mission Gold. Mission White. Pretty. Let's get one more color. What's another one that might be side by side with that one? I could try this yellow ochre looking color. This is before I was memorizing color names. When I got these, this was the very beginning of my watercolor journey. Oh, that's beautiful. So I'm not sure which ones are which in this set, but that looks like yellow ochre, and that one's the Mission Gold. And here is the Mission White. Now, this one definitely looks different, but also this one appears to be one of the ones that had a lot more binder in it because it was separated. This is definitely more rich. Let's do one more. Let's do a lemon yellow because I feel like that one would be a good one to compare. So this is my Mission Gold, lemon yellow. So vibrant. All right, and then Mission White, lemon yellow. This one seems to be a little bit more neon, more bright, but maybe because there's a little bit of other color on my other one. I washed it off some, but. All right, so there's Mission Golds and Mission White. Again, I'm gonna put the pricing breakdown on the screen so you can kind of see and see if there's much of a price difference or not. And also, I mean, it would depend on what you're painting and your style and all of that. So this is a beautiful color. This is from Mission Gold. Anyway, I think I'm going to wrap up this video here though. If you did enjoy this, please give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already and you want to see our future videos, hit that subscribe button down below. And we will see you guys next time. Bye. I just stuck my arm. Look at my arm. I stuck my arm on the swatches. Whoops. Should I actually say the pigment information as well? I always struggle with this. Do I or don't I? Okay. Okay. Okay, hold on. We have Viridian, right? No, hold on. Why am I so confused? Okay, Viridian, then Bamboo green, then Dark Sap green, and then Olive green. Viridian, Bamboo, 34. Okay, so they are all in here. What did I do wrong? My brain is not braining. Okay, before this swatch dries, let me, sorry, getting this all, not that you're having to listen to this part anyways.